Hello, my beautiful movie peeps. I got movie news, and I'm going to share it with you. Some of the things we're going to be talking about here today, guys, is we have a couple of first looks to some movies I find interesting, one of them being the Toxic Avenger reboot. We got some more details about who's looking to be cast in the live-action Hercules movie, the film I am definitely most excited to get the Disney live-action remake treatment, along with the latest rumors and reports about Avengers Secret Wars and how our boy Andrew Garfield looks to be returning. Really, that along with so much more, so you guys know the drill. Leave me your opinions down below with everything we discuss here today. I do want to let you guys know today I finally get to experience Blue Beetle in theaters, and I'll be able to post a review for you guys tomorrow, so stay tuned on the channel just for that. But alright, kicking things off here, I want to rapid fire through a couple of first looks and movies that have recently gotten announced here that I feel have intriguing plots. Starting off here with a movie titled Dream Scenario that is going to be by A24. It's described as a dark comedy, and it is starring Nicolas Cage and Michael Cera, aka Alan. That's all you need to know, right? Like, you don't even care about the plot. Nicolas Cage, Michael Cera, 10 tickets, please. Well, as I show you the first look photo here, let me read to you the plot of the movie. It says, a hapless family man, Paul Matthews, Cage, finds his life turned upside down when millions of strangers suddenly start seeing him in their dreams. But when his nighttime appearances take a nightmarish turn, Paul is forced to navigate his newfound stardom. Now, the reason that kind of caught my eye, other than the star power and A24 attached, is that premise of someone who appears in people's dreams and we've all seen them. This used to be a sort of urban legend on the internet. You might have seen this photo floating around where people were asked, have you seen this person in your dream? And then over 8,000 people started saying that, yeah, they have seen that person lurking in their dreams, and it just gave off this creepy vibe. Now, of course, that photo turned out to be part of a hoax and just a made-up story, but that didn't stop 8,000 pick-me people from going, yo, I've seen that person in my dreams. It just has the vibe of being one of those kooky, weird A24 plots that could end up being really fun to watch. Right now, it's set to hit theaters November 10th, 2023. I'm looking forward to that one. The next couple of first looks that we got is a movie that immediately became one of my most anticipated for the Spooky Mama season, and that's a film called Totally Killer. Now, this is a movie that Blumhouse and Amazon work together. They have like a partnership that every now and then they release a couple of movies for Amazon Prime, and that is where this movie will be releasing October 6th. Now, as I again start to show you some of the first look photos that we have here, let me read to you this amazing plot. The film watches as the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns on Halloween night 35 years after their shocking murder of 3 teens. To claim a 4th victim, 17-year-old Jamie ignores her overprotective mom's warning and comes face to face with the masked maniac, and on the run for her life, accidentally time travels back to 1987, the year of the original killings. She's then forced to navigate the unfamiliar and outrageous culture of the 1980s, teaming up with a teenage version of her mom to take down the killer once and for all before she's stuck in the past forever. Ooh, time travel, slasher killers, 80s. Give me this movie now. The cast is also looking awesome. You have Randall Park, part of the movie. I find him hilarious. You have Olivia Holt, Liana Liberato, Kiernan Shipka. I feel like this just has the making to be a fun slasher comedy, which is, I feel, sometimes the only way slashers kind of get made. Take a look at Freaky. Still very enjoyable movie. In some of these first look photos, you also get kind of an idea of what the killer is going to be looking like, and it just reminds me of the Michael Myers Ben Tramer look. Now, there has been like a small little bit of controversy amongst, you know, film geeks where they're like, this movie's actually already been made. It's called Final Girls. And while yes, the Final Girls has a kind of similar plot, I feel like they're different enough. In the Final Girls, it was a girl who went inside a movie that took place in the 1980s where she met the actress version of her mom, and that movie was so much a play on, you know, 80s slashers, you know, taking inspiration from like Friday the 13th. But I feel like Totally Killer goes about its premise to traveling back to the 80s in a completely different way. Still, we'll see how this movie ends up. It'll be on Prime Video October 6th. The next first look that we got here is for a movie I've been dying to see what's been going on with, and that's the Toxic Avenger remake. Now again, for those of you who don't know, the Toxic Avenger is a film series that is made by Troma Entertainment. They are known for their low-budget, very mature movies. I, for some reason, decided to watch them when I was young, and although I had fun with them as a kid, I bet they'd probably be a little harder to watch nowadays, which is why it's kind of hard for me to recommend those movies to you because they're very much an acquired taste. But with this modern remake, it does have potential. And looking at this first look photo, it's kind of our silhouette of Peter Dinklage playing the character of Toxie, where the plot goes as a contemporary reimagining of the Troma Entertainment successful 1984 low-budget action comedy hit. The Toxic Avenger is steeped in environmental themes and subverts the superhero genre in the vein of Deadpool. When a struggling everyman is pushed into a vat of toxic waste, he's transformed into a mutant freak who must go from shunned outcast to underdog hero as he races to save his son, his friends, and his community from the forces of corruption and greed. And I know that Deadpool line might make some people wince or go, oh really, a parody on superhero films? Where have we seen that? But like, the Toxic Avenger has been around since the 80s, and I feel like it makes sense now in the superhero boom to kind of make the movie play up on that, be a parody of superhero films, because in a weird way, Toxie is just like a messed up superhero with like a classic origin story. I'm curious to see how Peter Dinklage is going to play the characters. The rest of the cast includes people like Elijah Wood, Kevin Bacon, Jacob Tremblay. I'm really looking forward to it, and I just hope it's like a fun little action comedy. With some of those first looks, let me know what you're most looking forward to or what you have no interest in. Bringing us now to talk about the Disney live-action Hercules movie. Now look, while there continues to be just controversy after controversy with every live-action Disney movie made, the latest one being Snow White, which I don't even recommend to look into that controversy. It's just people babbling. I myself have kind of gotten really burnt out on them, and I no longer have an interest or even a care for when new ones are announced. But the one that I do really so badly want to happen, and I wait every day for an update on, is the live-action Hercules remake. That was my original superhero movie, okay? I remember running my VHS player until it just couldn't play no more. I freaking love that film, and I want them to do it justice. So we just recently got some updates on who might be cast as some of the iconic characters in that movie, starting off with Hercules himself. Taron Egerton is looking to be taking up the role, and he's been the one rumored for it, and I would love it if he got it, man. Not only does he have the look, I feel he's got the charm, charisma, definitely the body. There was another report here mentioning that Danny DeVito is also even being considered to reprise his role as Phil, the one who trains Hercules. Now, I feel like that would be awesome. You put on a little bit of prosthetics on him or just have him do some motion capture. As long as he's the voice, I think that would be great. And then we have Ariana Grande looking to play Meg. With there already being some behind-the-scenes drama with Ariana Grande, I don't want any of that to taint my Hercules movie. So Ariana, although you would be perfect for the role, I want to keep Hercules drama-free so I could just talk happily about it. But if she does end up getting cast, I mean, she can sing. She's also beautiful. That's really what you need for Meg. I just hope the movie gets made right now, because Disney looks to be making a lot of changes with their live-action department and promising to kind of scale back on movies and shows, not to oversaturate things. Don't you cancel live-action Hercules, Disney. You can cancel Hunchback of Notre Dame, but not the Herc. What do you guys think about some of these rumored castings for the live-action Hercules movie? Bring us here into some Marvel talk, because we've kind of gotten an update on a couple of Marvel projects. For one, Doctor Strange 3. Thanks to the Cosmic Circus that have become very reliable outlets in getting information out that turns out being correct, they put out a whole article detailing what Doctor Strange 3 will kind of be based off. Now, going through the article here, they mentioned that the third film will be inspired by the graphic novel Time Runs Out. And just with that graphic novel kind of working as the appetizer for Secret Wars, their comic event, Doctor Strange 3 is also looking to be that movie that is the lead up into Avengers Secret Wars. They claim that the film will take place immediately after the events of Doctor Strange 2, where he hops with Clea into stopping an incursion that's destroying the multiverse. Here's where he'll be introduced to characters known as the Black Priests, that Clea's character is apparently a member of. It looks like they'll either be enlisting the help of Doctor Strange or maybe working against him, because they're saying a big part of the movie will play into the fact that Doctor Strange is one of the biggest threats to the multiverse, as we learned in the second film. They say exactly here, the upcoming sequel will explain how Steven is a threat to the multiverse by establishing him as a common denominator when it comes to incursions across the multiverse, aside from the main danger of the Council of Kangs, making it sound like a Kang variant maybe has a possibility of showing up in here. Now, I feel like this all kind of works for Doctor Strange and whatnot. What I kind of want to take away from this is my hopes for what Doctor Strange 3 will be, learning from the I don't want to say mistakes of Doctor Strange 2, but some of the things that kind of held that film back, because I still think the first Doctor Strange is the best Doctor Strange movie. Multiverse of Madness definitely had its moments. I don't think it was a bad film at all, but I do think at times Doctor Strange 2 didn't even feel like a Doctor Strange movie. You know, Wanda was such a huge focus of that film. Things kind of ended abruptly where they looked dangerous for him, and then immediately in the post-credit scene they fixed that issue. It felt like such a side quest for the story of Doctor Strange. Where here I'm hoping, although it looks like again they're gonna treat another Doctor Strange movie as the setup to the next big film, Secret Wars, because that's what they're saying. This film is leading into Secret Wars. They still give us a self-contained, fulfilling story with Doctor Strange. We'll also see if Sam Raimi returns to direct or if it'll be Scott Derrickson. You know, I like Sam Raimi and what he did. I would not mind Scott Derrickson returning, especially with what he did in that first film compared to the second film. But then again, Sam Raimi jumped into Multiverse of Madness with it almost being complete. And by complete, I just mean like the story, visual ideas, and all that. I don't know how much Sam Raimi got to put his own flavor on. Now that Sam Raimi can work on Doctor Strange 3 from the very beginning, might be a lot different than we think. So I don't know. That's just kind of my thinking with Doctor Strange here and some details going on. What do you guys think about that? But now, just like Doctor Strange 3 leads us into Secret Wars, the Doctor Strange 3 news lead us into Secret Wars news. Oh, where to even begin? So look, as of right now, Avengers Secret Wars is still slated to come out May 7th, 2027, which just sounds light years away, so far away. And in that time, we're gonna get every couple of months just wild rumors about the movie that set wildly high expectations. Because here we started getting reports from some of the reliable scoopers online here, like Can We Get Toast, where they were saying Kevin Feige had a meeting with Andrew Garfield about Avengers Secret Wars. This was before the strike. Same thing with Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. He had a meeting with him and was promising a big role for him in Avengers Secret Wars. And that's like the thing we kept hearing about Avengers Secret Wars. It'll bring in people like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Robert Downey Jr. is going to come back, even Chris Evans, Captain America. That would make for such an interesting, I don't even know if I want to say amazing film, but it would make me buy a million tickets opening weekend. But my biggest concern with hearing this is like, will it even happen? Like realistically, putting it on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you think the chances are of Andrew Garfield showing up in Avengers Secret Wars? Mind you, again, film comes out in 2027, and I still bet you they're going to delay it at least 1 or 2 more years as the time goes on. I mean, look at this strike going on right now. It's delaying their Marvel project, and every time they delay a film, it's like a domino effect. So this film is probably coming out 2028 now at the earliest. That's 5 years from now, you know? Like, a lot can happen in 5 years. Is Andrew really going to want to show up? Is Toby going to want to show up? Will there even be that excitement for it like there was for No Way Home? Because I feel like No Way Home was the ultimate bubble of excitement for having heroes like that pop up in a movie after not being in one for so long. Can that really be replicated, you know? I think more it'll be with like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans Captain America. The nostalgia of those kids growing up right now, having witnessed Avengers Endgame in theaters, growing up with the Iron Man trilogy or the Captain America trilogy. There's going to be people more interested just to see them return. Not to even mention, what does the story look like with characters like that and what's going on? The only thing we can infer is, you know, this incursion. Is these worlds about to collide and crush together, and our heroes from Earth 616 having to come to the decision of, look, I know we're the good guys, but it's either our planet universe or their universe, so we gotta fight back. It's such mind-boggling, wild stuff. I don't even know what to think. But as of right now, yes, I would love that. Man, I would jump up and down for that. But like, there's just a part of me in my gut that's going, but is that really gonna happen? Is it? How do you know? I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of these Avengers Secret Wars rumors? Are you ready for like the 5-year, 6-year wait for all these rumors constantly to happen? And what do you think the percentage is that they're even going to happen? But that's all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.